Good evening, Wildcats fans. Welcome to tonight's broadcast. Your red-hot Wichita Falls Wildcats currently being announced, as you see on the Jumbotron here at the K. Yeager Coliseum. And the Cats are here at the KYC tonight to host the Corpus Christi IceRays. And bringing you Wildcats hockey presented by Armored Roofing, I'm Alex Von Keudel. Thank you for tuning in. Well, it's been an historic campaign for the Cats so far this season. They've won 10 of 13 games to start the year and have taken at least a point in all but one of their contests. They've lost one game since the Showcase tournament, and it came at the hands of the Lone Star Brahmas in overtime last Saturday night. Going into that game, they had won 6 in a row and were arguably the hottest team in the North American Hockey League. As for the Corpus Christi IceRays, well, they've got revenge on their minds after what happened the last time these two teams met down in southern Texas. The Cats thoroughly embarrassed the Rays in every sense of the word, drawing all sorts of unsportsmanlike penalties and defeating the Rays by a score of 7-1 in their own building. Just a week afterward, the Rays were swept by the struggling Amarillo Bulls, and last weekend they would earn a split at home against the Topeka Roadrunners. So it has not been an easygoing start to the season by any means for the IceRays, but nothing would turn the momentum in their favor quicker than defeating one of the hottest teams in the NAHL and the team which humiliated them a few weeks ago, the Wichita Falls Wildcats. So we shall see. Can the Rays turn things around and steal 2 points here at the KYC, or will the Wildcats remain perfect on home ice and earn the possibility for another sweep? Wildcats, IceRays, all that and more coming your way next. Well, the national anthem has just been sung here at the KYC in front of a very excited home crowd, and now we await the ceremonial puck drop. Tonight will be dropped by Andy Coker, representing Starbright Cleaners. Ceremonial puck drop is presented by Qdoba. Bolio and Brad Lilyav taking the honorary puck drop. Bolio picking it up and shaking hands with Andy Coker, and both players skating back to their respective benches. We are just about underway here, folks, as the red carpet now being removed from the K. Yeager Coliseum ice, and we are all set for some Wildcats hockey presented by Armored Roofing coming your way in just a few seconds. The referee tonight, Stephen Rouillard, the linesman Tyler Loftus, and Michael Fasani. The starting lineup for your Wichita Falls Wildcats is as followed. Austin Bolio at left wing, Alexei Poikle at center, and Andre Paisan on the right side, and the Wildcats win the opening draw. Noah Gilreath and Matt Hines on defense with Julian Syme in net. Matt Hines has it now deep in his own zone, swings it D-to-D for Noah Gilreath, whose pass went off a stick and bounces into the neutral zone. Bolio takes a whack at it. Poikle can't find it. He eventually does and chips it into Corpus Christi IceRays zone. Simon Batala is back, shoots it off the glass and out to the neutral zone. Matt Hines backhands a pass across the ice. Noah Gilreath banks it off the far half boards. Poikle rattles it free, one-handed out to center by Matt Hines and flung back in there by Andy McGlynn. McGlynn having a relatively successful start to the year for the Corpus Christi IceRays. He's got 9 points in 14 games this season, and the Wildcats have just iced the puck. The First period of Wildcats hockey is brought to you by American Classifieds. Defensive zone face-off upcoming here for the Cats. Corpus Christi IceRays win the draw, but it could not be kept in at the blue line there by Tucker Bender. Puck works its way back into the Wildcat zone, bounces behind the net. Noah Gilreath's got it, goes D-to-D for Hines. The Wildcats defensemen have yet to make a line change. We are now 1 minute into this game. First minute of Wildcats hockey has just come to an end, and the IceRays work it back up the other way. A 2-on-2 develops. McGlynn tried to steer one on goal, and it was blocked and sent back into the neutral zone for Nick Rosa. Rosa gaining the Corpus Christi line, dropped it off. Austin Albrecht down the right wing side. Backhander goes through the blue paint and wide of the goal. Corralled there near point by Ryan Burnett. Swung in deep by Austin Albrecht. Demantas Sipis will be first to it. The big Lithuanian defenseman pinching into the play and swung it back around the end boards. Max Reisinger versus Andy McGlynn. Won by Reisinger. A long shot redirected on goal and stopped by the netminder Dryden McKay. And the IceRays have launched it all the way down off the side wall and on goal, so no icing, and the Rays are able to complete a full line change. Goodser ahead for Ryan Burnett. Dropped off Reisinger. Far point takes a long wrist shot that was blocked. Chipped further by Mason Kruger and picked off by Rourke Russell. Russell was named the NAHL's South Division First Star of the Week last week for his 2-goal performance against the Lone Star Brahmas, as Kruger's wrist shot is patted away by the netminder Julian Syme. And the Wildcats bring it back the other way. Ben Lown into the slot, dropped it off. Goodser shoots, soaked up by the netminder McKay. And no rebound. As I was saying about Rourke Russell, he scored his first goal as a Wildcat last Friday night, and it was the overtime winner. That's a goal he's never going to forget. It was one in which he basically dove to the ice to get a stick on the puck and managed to squeak it through the 5-hole of the Lone Star goaltender as a long stick save is made there by McKay. And then the very next game, Rourke Russell would score the only goal for the Wildcats as they witnessed their 6-game winning streak come to an end at the hands of the Lone Star Brahmas in suburban Fort Worth. That was an even more beautiful shot, taken by the young Miami of Ohio commit, Rourke Russell, who I should mention will have an interview coming your way, fans, during the first intermission of this game as the Corpus Christi IceRays applying some pressure here deep in the Wildcat zone. Tobias Kircher, the native of Mannheim, Germany, battling for the puck in behind the net against Garrett Van Wy, the other number 9. Michael Rounds aiding Van Wy, gave it away to the wrong guy there, and Adam Canepa. Canepa, you may remember, was the recipient of a few really good punches from Austin Albrecht a few weeks ago in Corpus Christi, in which the veteran winger for Wichita Falls got into a fight with Adam Canepa and took him down relatively cleanly in the scuffle. It was the first and only fight of the season for the Wildcats up till this point. Poikala back checking in his own zone, banked off the near glass by Russell but not out. Fed rink wide, whacked into the corner by Carter Johnson, who's been the top center for the Corpus Christi IceRays this season, and a side of the net play from Power was smothered up by Julian Syme, and he hangs on. 16 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in period 1 of Wildcats hockey, presented by American Classified. Still no score in your game. Shots on goal reading on the scoreboard 1 apiece. And the IceRays with an opportunity here on an offensive zone face-off as they send out their big line featuring Carter Johnson, Brad Power, and Brad Lilyav. Combined, they've got 19 points on the season, does this line. Carter Johnson, the native of Gimli, Manitoba. Will take this face-off against Alexi Poikala, the native of Espoo, Finland. Both have really led the way for their respective teams as far as centers are concerned. Johnson with 8 points, Poikala with 9. And the latter of the two won the faceoff. Matt Hines up the far boards. Could not be corralled there by Andre Paisan, so the IceRays maintaining possession in the neutral zone now. Power backhands one into the Wichita Falls zone. Poikla is back, gave it across for Hines. He springs Andre Pizon with some speed down the right wing side, takes it wide on Dix, and it rolls on goal, so McKay will hold on, and then Pizon didn't like the extra shove there given from Dylan Dix. He gave him one of his own, and things seem to have simmered down now, so the Wildcats completing a forward line change, and it looks like the Rays will do the same. Drake Lindsay, Nathan Breyer, and Andy McGlynn, who's been another very hot line for John Buchanan and the Corpus Christi IceRays. As a D-to-D pass finds its way to Matt Hines off the half wall. Banked it into the far corner. Lazarus towards the middle for Rosa. Intercepted by Drake Lindsay, who springs McGlynn the other way. Dumped into the zone. Blockered away by Julian Syme. Picked up behind the net by Gilraith. Banked around the end boards. Albrecht goes back for Gilraith. Fed it to the right wing side for Johnny Lazarus, who tried to float one into the neutral zone for Austin Albrecht, who he was hoping for, but instead he got Trevor Huser. Huser was the unfortunate player, a party to the Max Reisinger collision a few weeks ago, I should say, down in Corpus Christi. Reisinger was suspended for the hit just for a game. It was the only game Reisinger has not played this season. The boarding in the far corner. Unfortunately, Huser was okay. Pass into the middle from Rosa to Burnett. He shoots and he scores! Ryan Burnett with a beautiful shot. He's got his second goal as a Wildcat, and they're off and running with a 1-0 lead. Boy, Ryan Burnett just loves playing in this building. He's got 2 goals in just 2 games played here this season at the KYC. And that is an important one to get the Cats off and running. And he beat Dryden McKay low on the blocker side, where he least prefers to have his shots fired on him. Don't be surprised if all of them say low blocker side. A very well-placed shot by the young right winger, Ryan Burnett, as he steers one in the middle for Goodsir, who redirected it wide. The IceRays trying to escape their own zone. Ryan Burnett winning the puck on the forecheck and then handing it over to Batala, who floats it into the neutral zone and down. Jeff Baum hustling back. Neutral zone pass, hopped over Burnett, rolls all the way down. Icing is the call. So Burnett will be unable to line change, as will the rest of his line mates, Max Reisinger and Adam Goodsir. Rolls in behind the net. Burnett swings it around the far half boards. Guided into the far corner for Stevie Bryant, who's handcuffed by Jeff Baum. Still a scuffle ensues for that loose puck, and the IceRays win it, but the pass back to the point ends up splitting the 2 defensemen, so they have to ratchet back into center ice. Puck dumped into the Wichita Falls zone. Michael Rounds has got it. Litviak sends it up into the middle for Ben Lown, who's got Van Wy down the far side on a 2-on-1. Lown put it in front. Van Wy shoots. What a save by McKay. Great stop by Dryden McKay to keep his team trailing by just a goal. Van Wy wins the offensive zone faceoff. McKay has made his 3rd save of the night. A centering pass was knocked away, back to the far point, Rounds into the far corner. Van Wy tried to give him the return pass. Knocked away in the neutral zone it comes. Michael Rounds is back on it. Looks, sends one D-to-D unintentionally, but it worked out. Van Wy springs Burnett. He shoots. That one missed the net well high and went over the net and out of play. That was Ben Lown. My apologies, not Ryan Burnett. Bit confusing. They're similar in height, stature, and skating mobility. And they've both got a 7 on their jerseys. They're also both right-handed. It's a broadcaster's nightmare, as we like to say. They'll have to bear with me. With the 2 of those players throughout the season. Alexei Poikla now lines up across from Carter Johnson, who beat Poikala. Bevilacqua swings it around the near half wall. Bolio keeps it in near point, guides it into the near corner. Andre Paisan working against Bevilacqua, who takes him out of the play there. Bolio advances it further. Bevilacqua trying to find Power, instead goes to Huser in behind his own goal. Huser for Power. Power against Hines, backhands it up the wall, gains it out to center, but Poikala sent it off the far half boards instead of giving it to Gilreath. Paisan's got it now, dropped it off. Matt Hines protecting the puck in his own end. The far wing for Austin Bolio, who didn't get it very far. The IceRays are right back out to center. Bolio at the end of a shift goes to the bench for a line change, but played it back, and the IceRays regain control, stolen away by Lazarus, who lost a handle on it. Bevilacqua's got it now. Out into the neutral zone, backhanded in behind the net of Julian Syme. Matt Hines going after it. Lindsay intercepting the pass from Gilreath to Hines. Lindsay forechecking hard, Rosa aiding his defenseman out, and as a result, the Wildcats end up with a puck. Another good defensive play made by Nick Rosa. Pass didn't work out from Matt Hines, so icing will be the result of that play, so we get another whistle stopping play. A dozen minutes to go here in period one of Wildcats hockey, brought to you by American Classifieds. 1-0 is your score in favor of the Wichita Falls Wildcats, courtesy of a snipe by Ryan Burnett. Former Offensive Player of the Year 2 years in a row at his high school in Detroit, Michigan. Has struggled from time to time this season, cracking this very deep lineup, especially on that right wing side, which features veterans like Andre Paisan and Johnny Lazarus and budding superstar Ben Lown. Very difficult to crack this lineup really for any position, but especially that one. And Ryan Burnett has just put his head down and gone to work, and he has scored the first goal of this game, the only goal up till this point, as we're nearing the midway point of period one. Good forecheck here by the Corpus Christi IceRays, Regan Kavanaugh. Puck goes into the middle. Ryan Burnett finding Reisinger, who just took down a man there in Brendan Miller. Puck ends up back at center ice. Demantis Sipis overskates it, safely guides it on across for Baum. For his fellow veteran Max Reisinger, Baum tried to play it across into the near corner for Ryan Burnett, who's got to hustle after it now. Bevilacqua sends it the other way. Adam Canepa could have a 2-on-1, put it in front, just missing the stick there of its intended target, Stevie Bryant. Neutral zone pass, here's a shot, blocker saved by Syme. What a save made by Syme on Tobias Kircher. It was a well-placed shot, and Julian Syme just got a blocker on it. Kircher battles for it against Jeff Baum. Far side corner, Ryan Burnett sends one rink wide. Reisinger's got to hurry. He gets to it, but he's exhausted here at the end of a shift as he falls and then just goes to the bench. Jeff Baum off the backboards. Sipis. 6'5" defenseman sprung Nikita Litviak, whose pass across found Ben Lown. Lown waits. Throws it into the middle, intercepted there by Brad Liliev, who skates it down the right wing side and into the Wichita Falls zone. Slams on the brakes and has a look, dropped it on back, whacked across into the high slot. Batted down by Ben Lown, and the linesman Tyler Loftus believing that was played with a high stick, so he blows the whistle, and the face-off will stay in the Wichita Falls zone. We are exactly halfway through period one here at the K. Yeager Coliseum. 1-0 the score, the only goal being scored by Ryan Burnett of the Wildcats. Zone face-off, puck just sitting there. Van Wy picks it up, and we've got a penalty upcoming here. Or do we? Could just be the net was dislodged, which may have constituted the whistle there by Stephen Rouillard. It looks like that is the case, and we're getting our first media timeout here at the KYC about midway through period one. 1-0 your score in favor of the Wichita Falls Wildcats. Scoring has been scarce, so have shots, just 4-2 in favor of Wichita Falls. Syme has stopped both shots thrown his way. Dryden McKay has stopped 3 of 4, one of which was an incredible save on Garrett Van Wy, who had only him to beat but couldn't manage to do so. Dryden McKay stood his ground. Cats are 3-0 in this building so far this season. Of the 13 games they have played, only 3 of them have been here. 2 others were considered home games technically up in Blaine, Minnesota in the showcase. They did win both of those, but those I do not count as home games, so they're 3-0 on home ice. Last season, they were 21-6-1. This team has dominated at the KYC over recent years. As Garrett Van Wy battles for it, puck turned over to Nikita Litviak, lurking for it in the neutral zone. Puts on the brakes. Near point, guides it towards the corner. Rourke Russell played it into the corner. Ben Lown closed off the play there by Simone Batalla. Puck flutters harmlessly into the slot where the IceRays are able to clear the puck all the way down into the Wildcat zone. Rourke Russell's back on it. South Division first star of the week played it forward. Austin Beaulieu tried to guide one towards the middle for a breaking Ben Lown, but it went off an IceRays skate and popped over the glass and out of play, so we get another whistle. 9:14 to go in period 1 of Wildcats hockey, brought to you by American Classifieds. 1-0 still your score, the lone goal being scored by Ryan Burnett. Set up by Adam Goodser in the slot. Adam Goodser has not scored a goal since the showcase. He's been very snake-bitten. He still leads the team in goals, however, with 6. And has now gotten his 5th assist, so he's got 11 points. He trails only Ben Lown in the scoring department. Hard to believe he hasn't scored a goal since September. Poikla dodged a bullet there, but he lost the handle on the puck in doing so. So the IceRays clear it back into Wildcat territory. Noah Gilraith is back. Noah Gilraith for Austin Beaulieu, whose beautiful backhand pass found its way onto Johnny Lazarus' tape, who takes it wide. Lazarus is in, backhander, pad save McKay. Puck rolls loose. Rosa shoots off the post, picked up behind the net by the IceRays. It is Colton Meekoff around the far corner boards. Lazarus dropped it on back. Sipus looks. D-to-D pass, bomb, shoots, redirected, played in front there by Lazarus, but to no avail, and the IceRays finally are able to clear the danger out into the Wildcat zone. As a pass from Baum to Rosa didn't work out, and the Rays are back on it. They have just fired the puck all the way down, but icing being waved off here by the officials. Albrecht tried to take a whack at it. Rosa jars it loose. He's got Albrecht breaking on goal on a 2-on-2, but they're at the end of a shift. So Rosa will just try to kill some time in the corner. Give it back to Lazarus at the blue line. Albrecht ends up with it. And a long shot flutters into the air and goes into the far corner. Mason Kruger back checking, played it around the end boards for the IceRays, who are able to get out of their own zone as Simone Batalla feeds it rink wide for Mason Kruger, and he just redirected the puck into the zone, and he was shielded off by Dementis Sipus and goes for a line change there. Tucker Bender, the IceRays defenseman, leading the rush back in the other way. Goodser hacks at it. A bit too far for Burnett as Bevilacqua beat him to it. Goodser back on it. Dropped it off for Sipus. D-to-D pass for Rounds. Into the middle for Adam Goodser. We have just passed the 13-minute point of period 1. We've got 7 minutes to go. 1-0 the score here at the KYC, favoring the Wildcats, who have just iced the puck. Wildcats have not lost in regulation since the first game of this season on September 11th up at the Landon Arena in Topeka, Kansas. Since that game, in the 12 that they have played since then, they have either won or taken the opposing team to extra time in every one of them. Here's Ryan Burnett gaining the Corpus Christi line, dropped it off for Rounds, whose shot was blocked in front there by a defensively responsible Meekoff, as a pass from Russell to Rounds is given into the near corner. Nikita Litviak turns away there from Meekoff, goes behind the net, looks for somewhere to go, finds Rourke Russell in the high slot. Backhands one towards Litviak, but he had to glove it down, and as a result, the IceRays are able to come up with it. Batalla rather, spins away from Ben Lown and shoots a wrist shot that was blockered away by Julian Syme. He's got his third stop of the night. Rounds back around the half boards. Lown springs Garrett Van Wy, who's got some great speed down the far wing. Van Wy takes it in behind the net, eluding Bevilacqua, and the shot is stopped. Rebound, loose. Litviak shoots. That one's covered up at the side of the net. A mad scramble by Dryden McKay, and he managed somehow to keep those grade A chances from going into his goal. First goal of the game is sponsored by Whataburger. An offensive zone draw for the Wildcats is won by the IceRays. Chipped back to the near point, Hines across. Gilraith shot it, redirected, didn't get all the way through. As Lindsay picked it up, gave it away in the high slot. Pies on, stick handling around a couple of checks. Loose puck in front, rolls on goal, and is stopped there by McKay. Beaulieu turns and shoots, soaked up by McKay, who's made another save. He's already got 8 to his credit here. Got over 5 minutes to go here in period 1, and it looks like the time is just, or was for a second there, it was just continuing to tick. Beaulieu drops it back to Noah Gilraith. Fed it for Paisan in the middle of the ice, but couldn't get a clean stick on it, so it was redirected up high and over the net. 5 minutes and 8 seconds to go in period 1. 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. 9-3 are the shots on goal. Beaulieu ends up with the puck on his stick in the neutral zone. Weaves his way around a couple of IceRays. Matt Hines gaining the blue line. Tried to drop it off, but he was smothered there along the near glass. And the Rays end up with it. It's carried forward there by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh falls down, courtesy of Matt Hines, who guides it in behind the net and around the corner boards. In the Wildcat zone, Poikala turns, guides it safely back to Noah Gilraith, who found Austin Beaulieu, whose backhand pass worked its way onto Paisan's tape, and he was able to clear into the IceRay zone. It goes in behind the net. McKay played it for his defenseman Tucker Bender, who nearly lost it to Alexei Poikala, but he recovered just in time. Simone Batalla, with 4.5 to go in period 1, waits behind his own goal, with his team trailing 1-0 to the Wildcats. Batalla waits for things to develop. One into neutral ice, it trickles on goal. Icing being nullified here. Jeff Baum off the near half boards, missing Austin Albrecht. Regains possession, skates it into his own end, goes across the ice for Demantis Sipis. D-to-D pass for Jeff Baum. Baum's pass eluding Albrecht, going all the way down. Icing being negated here by a hustling Johnny Lazarus. He's scrambling to get this puck out of their zone. They eventually do. Nick Rosa, the recipient in the neutral zone, feeds it across for Jeff Baum. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in period 1. Presented by American Classifieds. The Wichita Falls Wildcats off and running here on home ice as a sharp angle shot is stopped there by Julian Syme. Cats still leading 1-0 from the goal scored by Ryan Burnett, as a long slap shot from Bevilacqua broke his stick, and the Cats could have a 2-on-1 the other way as a result. Tucker Bender just getting onto the ice in the nick of time to defend Max Reisinger, and he ended up blocking his shot. A good heads-up play made there by Tucker Bender. Puck works its way back out to center, and Max Reisinger guides it towards the corner. Ryan Burnett skates after it with a full head of steam, takes it behind the net, looks for somewhere to go. Pass into the middle just beyond the reach of Max Reisinger, so it goes back into the Wildcat zone. Rounds played it off of Ben Lown's skate. The IceRays applying some offensive zone pressure here, trying to take the puck away. Rourke Russell just slings it all the way down. It rolls on net, so no icing, and McKay has no choice but to just cover that puck up and take a defensive zone faceoff. With 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining here in period 1, at the KYC. The Cats leading the Rays by a score of 1-0. Shots on goal also favoring the Cats by a margin of 5. They lead 9-4 in that department. Yet to see a penalty for either side in this game. Simone Batalla banks it off the glass. It works its way back out to the Wildcat zone. Rourke Russell back defensively. Slams on the brakes in behind his own net. Drake Lindsay, the IceRays leading scorer, taking away the passing lanes for Russell. Rourke just played it off of an IceRay. It bounced into center. Garrett Van Wy gets to the loose puck, falls down. Litviak overskating it. Batalla knocks it free. Lindsay picks it up with his head up, looking for McGlynn. He won't be able to get it to him, however. Instead, tried to go to Nathan Breyer, whose backhand shot is stopped by Simon. The rebound covered up there by Simon at the side of the goal. So the referee, Stephen Rouillard, blowing his whistle, and we get another stoppage. 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in period 1. 1-0 still your score, favoring the Cats. You are now tasked with a defensive zone face-off. The circle to the left of Julian Syme. Couldn't get a clean stick on it after the initial point shot was blocked down. Poikla ends up with it behind his own net. Nearly fell as he battles for it with Mason Kruger. The Wildcats win the puck battle. Noah Gilraith looking. Goes to Poikla down the right wing side. Gains the blue line. Looks for somewhere to go. Peels off Bevilacqua and turns it over there to Mason Kruger, who flies down the far wing. Goes around Gilraith, who takes him right out of the play. Kruger wanting an interference call and not getting one. It was a good play there by Noah Gilraith. Poikla gave it away in the middle of the ice, and a shot is stopped by Syme. Cleared out of harm's way there by Gilraith. Ends up on Beaulieu's tape as he gains the blue line in the Corpus Christi zone and takes a long wrist shot that's gloved and held by Dryden McKay. Boy, that was not a good pass made by Alexei Poikla in his own zone. Oh, he put quite a lot on it, but at this level, guys are good enough to intercept just about any kind of pass that's in their vicinity. The IceRays did just that and nearly capitalized on the mistake. Here's Jeff Baum taking a long wrist shot. Tried to go through traffic, but it was blocked. Austin Albrecht behind the net. Lazarus centers. Rosa couldn't shoot. And the IceRays work it back out to center. Cypus then taking Tobias Kircher out of the play, as it's battled for in behind Julian Syme's net. Here's Austin Albrecht down the left wing side through the neutral zone, chips it past Bevilacqua, tries to get to it first, but Dryden McKay did instead as Lazarus blindly passed one through the blue paint, and it missed everything in sight. Goes in behind the net. Albrecht against Bevilacqua and Adam Canepa. He's outnumbered there. He's at the end of a shift, so he just goes for a line change. The last minute of play here is presented by La Quinta Inns and Suites, the official host hotel of the Wichita Falls Wildcats. We are now at 22 seconds to go in period 1 with the Cats leading 1-0. Power gave it away to Lazarus behind the Wildcats net, and he will just safely guide it out to center and down. 10 seconds to go. The Rays have got to hurry to get some kind of scoring chance here. Brad Power down the left wing side, dropped it off. Here's a shot, rolls just wide of the goal, and then a backhand centering attempt. Again trickles on goal. Down goes Carter Johnson at the end of the play. As the Wildcats didn't like the way he was swarming in Syme's kitchen there. Now slow to get up, but he appears to be okay. He gets a couple of bumps from his teammates. But that'll do it here for period 1 of Wildcats hockey, brought to you by American Classifieds. The Cats leading the Rays by a score of 1-0 here at the KYC on this Friday night. Shots on goal after 20 minutes of play, favoring the Wildcats by just 3. It is 9-6 in that department. And for your first intermission report, we'll be bringing an interview from last weekend's game, which we couldn't do last weekend because of some technical difficulties we were having at the Nitech Sports Center. So the interview that was taken by Rourke Russell will be played on the broadcast in just a few minutes after we take a short break. Stay tuned. Cats fans, I'm Alex Von Kodel, the voice of your Wichita Falls Wildcats, and I'm joined by last night's overtime hero, Rourke Russell. Rourke, thanks for taking the time to join us here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So, Rourke, that was your first goal as a Wildcat last night, and it was certainly a big one that you will remember undoubtedly for a very long time. Walk us through the play.
First of all, I saw
Cats
good
fans, I'm
serving
Alex Von
backchecking,
Kodel, the voice of your
intercepted the
Wichita
puck
Falls Wildcats.
right at the top of the blue line. I was calling for it, came down the middle, got the puck in the middle. I saw Albie going back door, so I tried to give him a little saucer pass for back door. That didn't happen, got intercepted. The player, he was trying to go up ice. I kind of got behind him, lifted off the stick, just spun around and shot the puck, hoping for the best. Saw it went in, and surprise, actually. Really surprised.
Well, it doesn't matter how it goes in as long as it does, right?
Yep.
And congratulations, by the way, on your first goal
Thank
as
you.
a Wildcat.
Thank you.
So, Rourke, you're new to junior hockey this year. This is your first season as a Wildcat. Describe to the listeners your game in a nutshell.
I'd say I'm a two-way defenseman. I love to jump into play when offense provides itself, but first you got to take care of the defensive zone. So I feel like I'm a strong defensive player, and when the offense provides itself, I like to jump in and
Notice you've got some great speed that you can put to good use out there and jump into the play and help out the offense, as you mentioned, when it provides itself. And Rourke, you were raised in Long Beach, California, correct?
Yep.
And you've had some history with Ben Lown, who currently leads the Wildcats in scoring. Talk about your background with Ben.
We always grew up. We're like 20 minutes from each other. We played Pee Wee AAA together for the Los Angeles Junior Kings. Ever since then, we just became really close family friends and really friends. Ever since that, we just kept in contact. We always played against each other. Just played on the same. Now we're here and we're excited to play against each other or with each other.
So playing on the same team, you plan to go to the same college as Ben, correct?
Yep. We're really excited for that. Can't wait.
And despite being one of the younger guys on the team, you've already committed, of course, to playing Division I hockey at Miami of Ohio. So congratulations on that commitment, by the way.
Thank you very much.
And what went into making that decision for you?
It was all, I don't know, it was just a feeling when I went to go visit that school. I just fell in love with the campus and the coaches and everything around it. Just a inspiration for me, and excited, very excited for that.
Luck to you, Rourke, in your
Thank you.
future college endeavors. And as for tonight, as far as the Lone Star Brahmas are concerned, what is the game plan? What are you guys going to have to do tonight to get the sweep?
We got to come out hard flying in the first period, but we can't stay back and let them come at us. We got to get them.
And this is a very intimidating building to play in. A raucous house here in suburban Fort Worth. A very supportive home crowd, and the way you guys managed to muster that comeback the other day, it was very inspirational, and we hope the best for you tonight as well.
Thank you.
And that's Rourke Russell, the defenseman for your Wichita Falls Wildcats. I'm Alex Von Kodel, bringing you your first intermission report. We'll be back in just a few short moments. Stay tuned. And we hope you enjoyed that intermission interview brought to you by Rourke Russell and myself. And just to clarify, that interview took place last weekend. We couldn't send it your way over the broadcast, unfortunately, because of the technical difficulties we were experiencing on Saturday night. Still not entirely sure the causes of that. A very fluky problem we were having there. And we hope it doesn't happen again, but that's all part of the industry. And again, on behalf of the Wildcats, I apologize for the issues any of you were experiencing last weekend in a nail biter. And the Cats fell just short against the Lone Star Brahmas. Nearly completed their third sweep in a row and nearly won their seventh game in a row. That fell just short in a heartbreaker in overtime. And it came off the stick of Alex Berardinelli, who scored both of the Lone Star KYC, Wildcats fans. I'm Alex Von Coitel bringing you Wildcats hockey presented by Armored Roofing here on the Wildcats Broadcast Network. We are now in the midst of periods 1 and 2. About 7 minutes to go here at the KYC and intermission 1. We hope you enjoyed the intermission interview given by Rourke Russell. And now for some updates from around the North American Hockey League. The Cooley Region Chill, who have a couple of former Wildcats playing for them, find themselves trailing at the hands of the Minnesota Magicians, who have also struggled this season. The lone goal in that game being scored by Kevin Deneen. The former Wildcats on the Cooley Region roster being Alex Falconer and Shane Kuzmeski. Falconer, of course, a winger, and Kuzmeski a defenseman. Falconer's got 2 shots on the night, and he leads his team after 1 period in shots. Has yet to get his first point as a member of the Cooley Region Chill. The Lone Star Brahmas are in Amarillo taking on the Bulls. That game remaining scoreless despite the shots on goal, which heavily favor the Lone Star Brahmas. Topeka Roadrunners are in Springfield in a scoreless game that has just now entered its first intermission. The Aberdeen Wings are visiting the Brookings Blizzard up in South Dakota. 1-0 the score favoring Brookings. The Bismarck Bobcats and the defending Robertson Cup champion Minnesota Wilderness are still scoreless up in northern Minnesota. Former Wildcat partner Mismash, of course, now a member of the Brookings Blizzard, though he's not, the Bismarck Bobcats rather, though he's not playing tonight. Welcome back to the KYC here. A minute and a half to go in the first intermission. The second period of Wildcats hockey, brought to you by American Classifieds, is less than 90 seconds away here. The players out warming up and getting set for the second frame of 20-minute periods here at the K. Yeager Coliseum on this Friday night. It's a day that has been permeated by rainstorms from really the start of the day and up until now. It's been monsoons out there virtually all day. As a result, the Ryder, Old High, and Iowa Park high school football games were all canceled. In light of that, the Wildcats organization has offered free tickets to any high school students who are able to show their ID at the box office. Shout out to them, thanking any of them for coming out here tonight. Meanwhile, second period action is just about underway, and the Cats look like they're shorthanded here. A penalty must have been assessed at the very end of that period. And for the first time here tonight, there is a penalty, and it looks like it was assessed to Matt Hines, who I believe is in the Wichita Falls penalty box. Half boards all the way down out to center. The Cats doing a good job early on here on the penalty kill, which is now third in the NAHL. They have killed 89.1% of the penalties they have faced, which is very impressive. Last season it was one of their bigger weaknesses. Has not been this year, at least not early on. Cats managed to work the puck back out into the neutral zone. Kircher turning with it. The German-born centerman gains the blue line and tries to walk his way around Gilraith. No luck with that, and the loose puck rolls on goal. Syme made the save. Whistle stopping play. 53 seconds have gone by in period two. The Cats nearly halfway done with killing this Corpus Christi power play. Apologies from earlier. It is actually Dementis Cypus in the Wildcats penalty box who was guilty of the roughing minor, not Matt Hines. The Corpus Christi power play has not been good. They are fourth from last in the North American Hockey League, converting on only 11.9% of their chances. Their man advantage going here as we've got a bit of confusion from the timekeeper's box. The officials getting things straightened out here. And puck drop is underway. Cats win it and manage to clear. Poikla is going to hustle after it with everything he's got. Tries to outrace Huser to the loose puck. So, but he's outnumbered there in the far corner 3-1, and he lost his stick. Here's Brad Lilyav down the left wing side. No icing there against Mason Kruger. Play continues. Rourke Russell battling for it along with Stevie Bryant. Good stick lift there by the IceRays, who maintained possession in the offensive zone. Ryer tried to feed one backdoor for Lilyav. Picked off there by Rounds and sent the other way for Reisinger. Reisinger returned it for Rounds. It was not in the wheelhouse, so it rolled off his stick. The IceRays tape. And the Rays gain the offensive zone. Brad Lilyav takes a shot, hit the side of the net. Rourke Russell jarring for it. Poikla swoops in and rescues the puck. Poikla fed one cross ice there for Michael Rounds, who breaks down the left wing side. 2 seconds and 1, and the Cats have done it as a sharp angle bid from Michael Rounds was smothered up by Dryden McKay, but the Cats have killed their first penalty of the game. Cypus for roughing. However, he is still in the penalty box. He's waiting. It looks like the timekeeper is just going to let him skate off The door is open. Cypus doesn't know whether he can come off or not. The linesman Fasani giving him all sorts of signals now. Giving him the okay to come out. As he's now communicating with the home team penalty box. And Cypus has stepped out on the ice. The Wildcats now have 3 defensemen out there. By Syme, behind his net for Gilraith. Albrecht. Behind the net for Gilraith. Cypus has it. Banked it off the corner boards. Lazarus wants Cypus to come off so he can rejoin his line mates as a long slap shot missed the net wide. Held in far point. Bevilacqua guides into the corner. Miller loses a handle on it. Cypus comes together there with Liviev near corner. A 5-man scrum ensuing for the puck. Miller tried to advance it for Power. Cypus trying to take the puck away from Power. Shot was smothered up and held by Julian Syme, who has made his 7th stop on the evening. 17 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in period 2. 1-0 still the score. The goal scored by Ryan Burnett still holding here. About 23 minutes into the contest. Cats tasked with a defensive zone draw here. As a long slap shot from the far circle is soaked up by Julian Syme once more. He's got 8 saves. Syme, an extremely young goaltender, just 17 years old, a native of Mississauga, a suburb of Toronto, Ontario. And he was a very highly touted goaltender coming onto this team as Goodsir skates across the Corpus Christi line. Played it into the middle, bounced off a skate, picked up by Power, who's got a 2-on-1 with Liliev. Back is Rounds. Power with Liliev. Power tried to shoot, blocked in front there by Rounds. Not a good decision made by Brad Power. In the far corner, taken away by Goodsir. Swings it cross ice there for Ryan Burnett, who decides to take it himself in across the Corpus Christi line. Closed off the play. Liliev turned it over there to Ryan Burnett. For his line mates to change. Litviak tried to feed it across there for Baum, who played it back towards the corner, and the Rays are able to shoot the puck all the way down. This one will go the length. Icing is going to be the call here against Corpus Christi. So the Cats with an opportunity here on an offensive zone draw and a couple of guest Corpus Christi IceRays skaters, Carter Johnson, Brad Liliev, Trevor Huser, and others who have been out there for quite some time. Off Litviak corrals it, guides it back, near point. Cypus's drive just missed the net up high. Kept in, far point, Jeff Baum. Into the middle goes Lown. His shot fought off McKay. Loose puck whacked out of harm's way there by Andy McGlynn, who was brought down behind the play, but he is okay. Fired off the far side boards. One-handed right back into neutral ice. Baum regains it and shoots it in behind the IceRays net. Dryden McKay leaves it there for Tucker Bender. Played it dangerously through the blue ice, but he wasn't burned on that. Gains the red line and fires it in, so no icing. Syme with a mishandle, poked free there by Jeff Baum. Rescued by Lown, couldn't get it beyond Canepa. Here's a shot from Breyer, which was blocked and ends up over the net and out of play. 15 minutes and 20 seconds to go in period 2. 1-0 still the score, favoring the Wichita Falls Wildcats. Wildcats net. Austin Bolio drops it off for Noah Gilraith. The former Point Mallard Duck had a bit of trouble with it. He nearly gave it away. Stevie Bryant forechecking there against Matt Hines. Noah Gilraith down the far wing. Bolio springs pies on, gives it to Gilraith, breaking across the line with speed, delays, dropped it off all the way to the back. Hines walks in, takes the shot, redirected wide, trickles into the near corner. Batala trying to clear. They're able to get it out to center, but no further. Hines is passed the other way. Didn't work out. So icing is the call here against Wichita Falls. 14:40 to go in period 2, 1-0 still the score. Poikala to take a defensive zone draw here. Mason Kruger reverses it towards the slot. Hopped up in the air. Kavanaugh guide it back, didn't work out for him. Lazarus backhands one across the ice, but to Tucker Bender instead of Garrett Van Wy, and Van Wy just ran into Bender. Bender thinking he cross-checked him, and it looks like that's what he did. That's going to be a penalty against the young centerman for Wichita Falls. It was not Van Wy. My apologies. It was Matt Hines this time. Matt Hines now skating to the Wichita Falls penalty box. That's going to be their second consecutive penalty. Gives a struggling power play another opportunity here. Power play against the third best penalty kill. The odds are not in the IceRays' favor here, but all that does is give them more motivation. A long slap shot from Lindsay is soaked up by Julian Simon, held onto. Rolls into the near corner. Michael Rounds trying to guide it around the boards. Goodsir aiding Rounds. Goodsir and Rounds, of course, billet mates down here in Wichita Falls, staying at the home of Carrie Goodsir, Adam's mother. History goes way back. They played together quite a bit in Michigan, and a shot here from Lindsay missed the net. It goes wide. Kept in near corner. Tobias Kircher, the German centerman, played it across. What a pass. A shot went off the crossbar. Unbelievable. That was close. I can't believe that didn't find twine. Carter Johnson can't either. Kept alive Brad Power against Adam Goodsir, aided by Rounds, who ends up with it and is able to clear all the way down. And now the Cats completing a full line change, all four skaters swapping places there at the bench. Boy, that looked like a sure goal from Carter Johnson. He and Tobias Kircher could not believe it. Drake Lindsay hammers the puck just wide. Baum is first to it, no icing. Kept alive there by Mason Kruger, who overskates it, and the Cats could have a shorthanded chance the other way on a 2-on-1. Litviak with Lown. Litviak shoots, fought off there by McKay, who awkwardly covers it up, but no rebound. And that was the 11th save Dryden McKay has made on the night. Still 40 seconds to go to the Matt Hines cross-checking penalty. Nikita Litviak and Ben Lown, the forwards here, shorthanded for the Wildcats. Lown wins the faceoff. Puck ends up back at center. Mason Kruger tried to step around Litviak, couldn't get past Baum, however. The two players converge there in the corner. Puck fired around the far half wall and all the way out to center and down. That's going to leave time for just about one more rush here for the Corpus Christi IceRays power play, which has not been a shambles. They have been quite impressive here on the man advantage. They had one shot that absolutely should have been a goal. It just rattled off the crossbar instead. It was a beautifully placed pass from Tobias Kircher on the tape for Carter Johnson, who just missed by inches. Puck ends up at center. Poikla swings it across for Bolio down the right wing side. Bolio delays, drops it back. Russell played it across. Michael Rounds takes the shot, redirected on goal by Paisan and stopped by McKay. Behind the net, Bevilacqua whacks it around the boards. Held in there by a pinching Russell, whose shot redirected by Bolio and wide. Picked up there by Andre Paisan, near corner. Looks to the back, goes across. Russell walks the line towards the corner. Bolio, Rounds, near point. Russell wants it and gets it. Far point. Russell's shot trickles wide through the blue paint. Held in there by Michael Rounds, who tries to guide it into the corner. Bevilacqua converging there on Austin Bolio. Rescued by Paisan. Across for Russell. Into the middle for Poikala, who couldn't get a handle on it. And he just backhands one towards the corner. The IceRays scrambling to get this puck out. Paisan picks it up and tries to feed it in front for Poikla. It missed him. Puck redirected by Poikla and wide. Cats applying some real serious offensive zone pressure, but it's finally come to an end here as the puck is worked out to neutral ice and dumped back into the IceRays zone. Trevor Huser's got it far corner. Banked it off the ref. Kept in there by Lazarus. Takes the shot. Stick save McKay. Goes behind the net. Rescued by Rosa. Given away to Liliev. And the IceRays work it back out to center. Impressive pressure put on by the Wichita Falls Wildcats. The IceRays dump it into the Wichita Falls zone. Rosa gave it away. Liliev looking into the middle. Power wanted it very badly, but he didn't get it. Batala just shoots it into an empty corner. The 2-8s converge, and Power and Matt Hines. Picked up by Johnson, however. Carter Johnson, who drew iron earlier, nearly had a goal. Came inches away, but just couldn't get it past Julian Syme. Hines has it as we near the midway point of period 2. Gilreath's pass hopped away from Rosa. Simone Batala. Down the left side. Floats it weakly into the Wildcat zone. Gloved down by Matt Hines. And what have we here? Is this a hand pass? Not sure what instigated that whistle, but we had one, and I believe a hand pass is the call against Matt Hines. As the Cats get set to take a defensive zone draw. We're 9 seconds away from the midway point of period 2. 1-0 remains the score after nearly 30 minutes of hockey. Banks it off the glass. It works its way out to center. Meekoff is back on it. Eludes Burnett beautifully. Sent around the end wall. Syme is out to play the puck behind his own net. Burnett with a one-touch pass. Goodsir mishandling it. Burnett rescuing it. Worked it out to center. As it's taken back over by Jeff Baum and given to Demontis Sipus. Sipus drops it back off for Baum, who feels the pressure coming there from Andy McGlynn. So he just skyhooks one out to center. It eluded the stick of Colton Meekoff, who eluded the forecheck of Ryan Burnett. Reisinger back to Baum. Shot around the end boards. Sticked behind the net there by Julian Syme. Drake Lindsay forechecking. Sipus passing. Baum advancing out to center. Reisinger's got it there. Works it into the Corpus Christi zone. Bevilacqua with a full head of steam. Negotiates his way into the zone. Fires a weak shot that's smothered up there by Julian Syme. Russell didn't like the extra shot taken by Bevilacqua on Syme after he had already covered it up. Will there be another roughing penalty? It looks like the referee, Stephen Rouillard, is pointing to the penalty boxes. We'll see if anything comes of this here. Doesn't look like there will be anything, and Rouillard must have just been pointing to the players to exit the zone, not pointing at the penalty boxes because nobody's in the penalty boxes, and we've got our first second period media timeout here at the KYC. So we're going to take a short break and be right back with you in just a few seconds. Boy, the Lone Star Brahmas are really snake-bitten. They have yet to score a goal against the Amarillo Bulls tonight. They've put 28 shots on net. goaltender has stopped all of them. Meanwhile, back at the KYC, Van Wy tried to feed one across the ice. It didn't work out. Back on the stick there of Ben Lown, who gave it away to Stevie Bryant. Ends up back in the neutral zone and into the Wildcats zone now. Nikita Litviak takes it in behind. Ben Lown's got it down the far wing. Van Wy now. Pass from Litviak didn't work out. Puck fired directly out of play by the Corpus Christi IceRays, so the face-off will stay in their zone here. 8 minutes and 23 seconds to go in a relatively uneventful period two. No goals have been scored. Not a whole lot of shots either. Score remains 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Courtesy of a Ryan Burnett snipe. First period at the 5-minute mark. Rattled around the far half wall, kept in there. Bolio had it loose in between his skates, gets it right back from Poikala, guides it into the corner for Paisan. Paisan tries to work his way to the front and backhanded one through the blue paint and wide of the goal. Paisan in behind the net. Bolio tried to get a sharp angle bit away, but no luck with that. Off the far corner boards, Paisan and Kruger going after it. Poikala. Paisan. What a battle ensuing there, and the Corpus Christi IceRays end up with it. It's Regan Cavanaugh bringing it back the other way. Miller now shoots, trickles wide. Didn't get a whole lot on that shot. Here's Austin Bolio with his head up. Doesn't have a target to pass to, so he just skates it in himself. Is tied up there from Trevor Huser. Fired off the near side boards and down. Icing will be the call per Tyler Lofton. Here tonight, one of the two linesmen, I should say. He's joined by Michael Fasani. 7:19 to go here in period two. The Corpus Christi IceRays still have not managed to solve Julian Syme. Far half wall, behind the net. Lazarus centered for Albrecht. Puck rolls into the middle, and McKay is kicked the left post off of its mooring. So a whistle blows, and another defensive zone draw will result here for the IceRays. Austin Albrecht, Johnny Lazarus, Jeff Baum, and Demantis Sipus on the ice for the Wildcats. Guided in behind the IceRay net. Rosa going after it. Converges there with Johnny Lazarus. Liliev gave it away. Albrecht forechecking hard, trying to knock the puck loose, and he did, but Johnson got it. Around the boards, Tucker Bender skating the puck. Bevilacqua rescuing it. As it bounces out to center ice. Baum right back over the line. Offside is ruled to be the call there per stopping play. 6.5 to go here in period two. 1-0 remains the score. Off the Ryan Burnett goal back at the 5-minute mark of period one. And ever since really that blowout of Corpus Christi in the 7-1 game and perhaps the 6-4 Cats have won a few low-scoring games and lost a low-scoring game. Really, every game since game one against the Jackalopes has been low-scoring. We've seen a lot of 2-1 scores, which certainly was not the custom from the start of the season, in which the Cats were at one point leading the NAHL in goals scored. Goals scored, and what have we here? It looks like another penalty is being assessed. And this time, it looks like it will be against the IceRays. Simone Batalla skating to the Corpus Christi penalty box as we speak. The door has been shut, and the Wildcats go to work on their first Jim Arnold Collision power play of the night, which has been red hot. As of late, they are the second best power play unit in the North American Hockey League. They are converting at a 23.6% rate, which is simply phenomenal. Nikita Litviak, far circle, in behind the net. Johnny Lazarus has it. Looks to the back. Jeff Baum's got it. Blue line. Reisinger. Behind. Albrecht near circle, takes the shot. Fought off there by McKay. Picked up by Litviak. Guided back to Baum. Behind the net off the end wall. Reisinger behind the net for Lazarus. Lazarus with his head up goes back to Jeff Baum. Deep slot. Reisinger, one-timer, pad save McKay. Fired around the boards by Bevel Lachlan. It ends up at center ice, where Jeff Baum can take over. He went right in between Albrecht skates. The Rays are able to clear back into Wildcat ice. Something else that's worth mentioning, Jacob Dalton is a healthy scratch here tonight. He is not in the lineup for the Wichita Falls Wildcats. It's the first game this season that Dalton has not been a part of. Quite a bit of power play time, and there's another goal for the Wildcats. Another power play goal. It's Nikita Litviak, the recipient of a beautiful pass by Johnny Lazarus. And the Cats are off to a 2-0 lead. A heads-up play by Johnny Lazarus, who displayed an incredible amount of patience with the puck in the offensive zone on that power play. He held on, and finally got rid of it just in the nick of time. Nikita Litviak was waiting for it back door. All he had to do was tap it into a wide-open net, and the Cats now lead 2-0. And again, through on the Jim Arnold Collision power play. They were 23.6% going into this game, which is second in the league, trailing only the Minnesota Wilderness, who have just had a dynamite power play all season long, hovering near the 28% mark. Nobody else is even close, including the Wildcats. Gilraith plays it towards an empty corner for Poikula, who tried to sling it back into the middle for Andre Paisan, but it didn't work out. Paisan gets it back somehow, guides it on back to the near point. Noah Gilraith does a shoulder shimmy. Touch pass works its way to Paisan, who shot, redirected it in. Austin Beaulieu, tic-tac-toe. The Cats lead 3-0. That is what a good power play does. It builds momentum. That last goal that was just scored was not a power play goal, but it was a result of a power play goal. They scored on the man advantage just seconds before this, and because of the excellent puck movement they displayed, they had loads of momentum, which they rode into the Corpus Christi zone and scored another one. Now lead 3-0 over their South Division rivals, as Bevilacqua guides it around the end boards. Back to the far point. Russell played it into the corner. It hopped away from Nikita Litviak. Loose puck rolls through the net mouth. Picked up there by a pinching Michael Rounds, who couldn't get it deep there. And the IceRays have just cleared the puck into the Wildcats bench, I believe, as Austin Beaulieu gives it to the linesman Fasani. Minutes to go here in period 2. 3-0 your score in favor of the Wichita Falls Wildcats. The goals tonight being scored by Ryan Burnett, Nikita Litviak, and Austin Beaulieu in that order. Burnett's got his second as a Wildcat with the goal. Litviak's got his 7th of the season. Beaulieu's got his 3rd of the season. Syme wraps it around the far glass in his own end. Tied up there. Good spinorama move by Drake Lindsay, who's into the forehand. Lindsay just pushes it wide, and that's going to be a penalty against Adam Goodsir, who took Lindsay down, and he's hurt. Some pretty slick skills put on display there by the Corpus Christi IceRays leading scorer, Drake Lindsay, who's still down and being aided now by Nathan Breyer. once again. The Wildcats penalty box. Adam Goodser now second on the Wildcats in penalty minutes, I should say. He trails only Austin Albrecht. Now, what you hear the fans reacting to is the replay on the Jumbotron here. Adam Goodser rather, tripping up the attacking forward and Drake Lindsay. Had a grade A scoring chance. Didn't really look like much of a trip. If anything, it looked like Lindsay just ran out of real estate and ran into Julian Syme. Oh, Adam Goodser is ruled to be the culprit for tripping. Brad Liliev and Max Rising are now discussing the matters with the referee Stephen Rouillard. Both parties now returning to their respective benches. And the IceRays getting ready to send out their power play unit, and look what we've got here. It looks like Regan Kavanaugh has just skated to the Corpus Christi penalty box, so being taken out. Not really sure what's going on here, folks. And neither do the players. There was a great deal of confusion. There's no penalty. Looks like, if anything, it was just roughing against Adam Goodser because the Cats still have 5 skaters, as do the Rays. So 5 aside. Play continues, but Adam Goodser is by himself in the Wildcats penalty box. So that is an interesting call. Yard. As the puck is sauced rink wide onto Lazarus's tape. Johnny Lazarus played it in behind the Corpus Christi net. The IceRays work it back out to center. Austin Albrecht battling for it now. Back to the far point. Hines swings it to Gilraith, calling for it as Albrecht played towards the corner there for Paisan. Back to Gilraith. He winds, redirected, blocked in front there. As Bevilacqua is tripped, goes down, rescued by Paisan. Played into the middle for Rosa, who tried to turn and shoot, but he was handcuffed there by Brad Liliev. Rosa goes behind the net, rolls around the tape of Andre Paisan. Kept in the zone temporarily by Matt Hines, but the puck flutters up and over the glass. Not a play. 2.5 minutes to go here in period 2. 3-0 now your score in favor of the Wichita Falls Wildcats, who recently scored 2 back-to-back goals here in period 2. And it looks like Drake Lindsay will not return to this game. The IceRays' leading scorer has been ejected on a game misconduct penalty for charging when he ran into Julian Syme. So that's why Adam Goodser is in the penalty box by himself. He didn't like the hit that was delivered on Syme as a centering pass is read by the IceRays and jabbed into the corner by Trevor Huser. Lindsay will be unavailable for the remainder of this game here. And that is bitter news for the IceRays, who will be without their leading scorer as they try to work their way back into the game. Picks it up far corner and skates it, tries to get it out to center. Poikla holds it in, but it eventually ends up at center, and it's a 2-on-1 for the IceRays. That was broken up. Good defensive play by Noah Gilraith. It went off his skate, and here comes Ben Lown. Nikita Litviak to the net. Lown with the shot, blocked in front there by Batala. Simone Batala behind his own net, played it around the boards. Rourke Russell pinching in to keep the puck alive. Litviak ending up with it. Goes back to Van Wy, Delta cross. Here's a shot from Rounds, blocked in front there by Bevilacqua. Corralled by Ben Lount, near corner. Looks to the back, turns, had a blowout there, and Batala picks up the loose puck and harmlessly skates it out of danger. He gave it away to Rourke Russell, who had his stick on the ice. Corralled by Litviak, dropped off for Lound, given across Van Wy. His shot blocked in front. Lound shoots. What a save by McKay. Unbelievable stop. Lound thought it was a goal, but it was not. A sprawling save was made by Dryden McKay to keep his team within 3. now to draw. He won it to Michael Rounds, who guides it in behind and around the end boards in the Corpus Christi zone. Further, but the Rays end up with it. Down the far wing goes Stevie Bryant, who tried to crisscross his way around Rourke Russell. No luck with that. Russell's pass went off Burnett's skate and out to center for Max Reisinger down the right wing side. He holds, he drops, Burnett shoots, redirected wide. Kept in far point by a pinching Russell. Goodsir knocks it free behind the net there. Off. Target there in Adam Canepa. Oh, and that's going to be a penalty against Adam Goodsir, and Tucker Bender is still down, just now getting back up to his skates. And a scrum ensues after that. It was an awkward-looking collision that resulted in Tucker Bender being slammed into the half boards there on the far side by Adam Goodsir, who is again going to the Wildcats penalty box. And boy, I've said this on multiple occasions, he might as well build a second home in the penalty box. There, he's now got 30 pins on the year. Both goals and penalty minutes, I should say. On this team. At one point, was the youngest player in the North American Hockey League. Earlier in the year, Max Reisinger now discussing the call. It looks like there's an IceRay in the Corpus Christi penalty box as well. Liliev and Reisinger again getting the explanation from Stephen Rouillard, and it looks like Burnett now being escorted to the Wildcats sin bin. There will be a penalty against the Wildcats, that much is for certain. 5 minutes apiece to Goodsir and 2. Not sure which. Looks like that's Adam Canepa now skating off the ice for Corpus Christi. Goodsir as well for the Wildcats. So 5-minute roughing penalties, I would assume, but there still has to be somebody serving the initial hit from Goodsir on that penalty, which could have been boarding or cross-checking or hitting from behind or something of the nature. That, so Ryan Burnett serving. A long shot is redirected just wide. Liliev scoops it up, played it in front. Here's a shot, soaked up by Syme. Another big save by the Canadian netminder Julian Syme. He keeps his team up by 3 with 7 seconds to go here in period 2. On the ice for this Corpus Christi IceRays power play. They've got 5 seconds to get a shot on goal. Doesn't look like they'll be able to, as Max Reisinger, the longest tenured Wildcat, will just get the puck out to center and kill the remainder of period 2. 40 minutes at the KYC have gone by. 3 goals have been scored, all by the same team. The Wichita Falls Wildcats leading the Rays by a score of 3-0 and leading them in shots 18-11. But when we come back to third period action here at the KYC, Ryan Burnett will be killing the remainder of Adam Goodsir's 2-minute checking from behind penalty. It looks like the official call on that was boarding. And it looks like Goodsir and Canepa were both given 2 minutes apiece for roughing, which is why they both skated off the ice, but they will return to the game. Second period action has just come to an end. 40 minutes in the books. The Cats leading 3-0. We're going to take a short break here at the KYC. We'll be right back with you for some updates from around the league as well as an in-depth look at this game. Stay tuned. Back to the KYC, folks. We hope all of you watching and listening on Fast Hockey and YouTube have enjoyed the broadcast up till this point. I'm Alex Von Coitel, bringing you Wildcats hockey, presented by Armored Roofing. To recap this game, up till this point, the Wildcats hold a 3-0 lead over the Corpus Christi IceRays, who have yet to defeat the Wildcats this season. The Cats are 2-0 against the Rays and are seeking to become 3-0 and improve to 4-0 on home ice. Goal scored by Ryan Burnett, who broke the ice 5 minutes into the contest. After he was set up beautifully in the slot by Adam Goodsir, Burnett scored his second goal in as many games here at the KYC. Which would be his second goal of the season and his second goal as a Wildcat. It would open the scoring and stand as the only goal to be scored for nearly a full 20 minutes of play. Started, there were a couple of back-to-back power plays for the Corpus Christi IceRays. It was Demontis Sipus who, at the very end of period 1, was assessed a 2-minute roughing minor. And shortly after that penalty was killed off, Matt Hines was given 2 minutes for high sticking. Could have been cross-checking. But the referee, Stephen Rouillard, assessed high sticking to the Minnesota-born defenseman Matt Hines. Once again, the Cats were successful in killing off the penalty. Their special teams just get better and better, it seems. And that does not just mean their penalty kill. Their power play came through again tonight. Their only opportunity they've had thus far on the man advantage. And they converted. It was Nikita Litviak who was the beneficiary of an incredible pass by Johnny Lazarus, who displayed Corpus Christi defense, held on all the way, circling in behind the net, worked his way up to the deep slot, and found Nikita Litviak lurking back door. And from one veteran to another, the puck ended up in the back of the net, and the Cats jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Just seconds later, riding the newfound momentum they had just gained off their power play, the Wichita Falls Wildcats tacked on another goal by Austin Bolio. The original shot taken by Andre Paisan. Bolio redirected it up and over the glove of Dryden McKay to give the Cats a 3-0 lead, which stands currently as the lead in this game after 40 minutes of hockey have gone by here at the KYC. In other news around the North American Hockey League, a couple of South Division matchups going on at the moment. The Lone Star Brahmas are in Amarillo taking on the Bulls. That game has become interesting. It's all knotted up at 2. The Battle of the Cattle ensuing in West Texas at the Amarillo Civic Center. Despite the shots heavily favoring the Lone Star Brahmas, the game is knotted up at 2 goals apiece. Got to give kudos to the Bulls goaltender Jacob Weatherly for steering aside 30 of the 32 shots fired his direction. Connor O'Brien making 11 of 13 saves for the Brahmas. Again, that game now in the early stages of period 3, knotted up at 2 goals apiece. The Minnesota Magicians hold a 3-1 lead over the Coulee Region Chill in the Midwest Division Showdown. Up in La Crosse, Wisconsin, at the Green Island Ice Arena. Alex Falconer, the former Wildcat, has just earned his first point as a member of the Coulee Region Chill. It was a secondary assist on a Brady Ferner power play goal, so congratulations to Alex. We wish him the best of luck from Wichita Falls, Texas. Alex Falconer was a returning veteran on this team to start the year, and with all this new young talent, it's going to be hard to give him the amount of ice time that he wanted or that he expected. And there was a Wildcats management and coaching staff, as well as the player Alex Falconer, that he'd have a better opportunity to earn some more ice time up in Cooley region. He has done that, and he has come through tonight with his first point of the season and his first point as a member of the Chill. So congratulations, Alex. Meanwhile, in Springfield, the Topeka Roadrunners hold a 1-0 lead over the Springfield Junior Blues. The only goal in that game being scored by Cam Strong, the veteran winger for the Topeka Roadrunners and the alternate captain as well. That game now in its second intermission. The Aberdeen Wings now find themselves down 2 goals to the Brookings Blizzard up in South Dakota. The Bismarck Bobcats and Minnesota Wilderness all knotted up at 1 goal apiece. Goals in that game being scored by Jarrett Pike of Bismarck and Jack Forbert of the defending Robertson Cup champion Minnesota Wilderness. New Jersey Titans now have a stranglehold over the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights, who have turned things around a little bit. They've now got a few wins to their credit this season. However, they're in a very tough division, and this is their first year in an extremely competitive league. So a bit of a reality check is in store for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights, and it will be a successful season for them if they can manage to get a few points and remain competitive in the standings. The expectations are low, which can be used as a positive if implemented correctly. And finally, the Austin Bruins and the Minot Minotauros are in the midst of a low-scoring, it appears tight-checking game up at the Mesa Arena in North Dakota. The Minotauros trailing the Austin Bruins by a score of 1-0. The lone goal in that game coming off a power play sniped by Justin Misiak. And that is it. For some updates from around the North American Hockey League, looks like there will be 2 games later on this evening up in Alaska. It will not happen until much later. The Fairbanks Ice Dogs hosting the Johnstown Tomahawks. A couple of very strong teams here at the start side, who sent one rink wide for Tobias Kircher, who just guides it across for Bevilacqua. Brad Power shoots it into the Wildcat zone. It goes around the end boards. Carter Johnson's on it. Back behind the net, puck knocked down and flutters in front. Reisinger's able to chip it all the way down. McKay plays it. Here's Bevilacqua, 1 minute remaining in the good sir penalty as a sharp angle bid is fought off by Julian Syme. His 11th save of the night. Bevilacqua's got it in the neutral zone. Andy McGlynn fed it across. It went between the skates there of Tobias Kircher. Toby Kircher circling and dropping it on back for Bevilacqua. 40 seconds to go here on this penalty kill for the Wildcats. They are 2 for 2 on the night. Here come the IceRays, fed around the end boards in the Wildcat zone. Brad Power and Jeff Baum battling for it. Baum was outnumbered by the IceRays, but he somehow manages to clear the puck all the way down. As time winds down, just one last rush available to the IceRays on this 2-minute boarding penalty. Backhands one back to the far point. Russell walks the blue line, gives it towards the corner. Rosa shoots, deflected, goes wide. Lazarus played it into the far corner. Rosa picked it up. He goes down, and here come the Rays. It's a 3-on-2. Liliev will just dump it in at the end of a shift as he didn't have enough energy to muster any kind of counterattack there. And the Wildcats skate it back the other way. Ben Lown takes it wide there on Batala. Played into the middle, a bit beyond the reach of an outstretched Rosa, and the IceRays will skate it back the other direction. Brad Liliev hesitated a bit too much there. Rosa took it away, fed it into the middle. Good defensive play made there by Simone Batala to negate Ben Lown from getting the puck in a dangerous scoring position. Liliev will guide it a bit beyond the reach there of Kavanaugh. Puck bounces in the neutral zone. Lown got it for Rosa, who's at the end of a shift, so he dumps it in and goes for a line change, and we've got a whistle here, and I'm not sure why. Be another penalty, and this time it's going to be against Garrett Van Wy for the 4th time tonight. The Wildcats go to the penalty kill. They are 3 for 3. The IceRays power play continuing to struggle here. Johnson wins the faceoff and gets it back near half wall. A sharp angle bid hit the side of the net. Julian Syme was hugging the post. Reisinger battling for it now. Puck works its way into the slot. Intercepted there by the back check of Alexei Poikla, who clears the puck all the way down. Dryden McKay. Left it off there for Mike Bevilacqua. The ice, Johnson falls and shoots, rattled it off the glass and behind the net. And the Wildcats are able to clear once again on goal. McKay makes the stop and plays it behind his own net for Bevilacqua. Mishandle, a blast from Paisan, missed the net up high. Bevilacqua recovers. Feeds it across. Lilyav tried to drop it off, gets it back himself. Lilyav down the right wing side, lost a handle on the puck, corralled there by Mason Kruger. He takes the shot, stick save Syme, picked up there by Ben Lown, who feeds it through Lilyav and onto Paisan's tape, who dishes it to himself off the corner boards. Killing some time and now going for a line change. Trevor Huser, eluding Ben Lown, fed it across for Mason Kruger, who's onside. Played into the middle, a sharp shot fought off by Syme. Kruger picks it up, far corner. Half wall. Stevie Bryant guides it in behind the net and around the corner boards. Lilyav coming together there with Litviak. And the Cats are able to clear all the way down. Just a dozen seconds to go on this Garrett Van Wy penalty. As he is standing in the Wildcats penalty box, eager to get back on the ice. Lilyav got around 2 different Wildcats. Gilreath sends it back the other way. Could be a breakaway. There goes Austin Albrecht, defended by Batala, and Albrecht put the backhander wide. Both teams are back to full strength as Van Wy's out of the box, and Canepa dumps it short of center, so icing will be the call here against the Corpus Christi IceRays. 5 minutes into period 3. 3-0 still the score in favor of the Wichita Falls Wildcats. Off and dump the puck all the way down into the Wildcat zone. Second consecutive icing against the IceRays. Adam Goodsir still unavailable. Or no, he is, but the lines have been shuffled, it appears. It out to center and all the way down. This time icing is being wiped out. Dementis Sipis behind his own net, battling for it there with Miller. Sipis wins the puck, finds Litviak in the neutral zone, gains the red line and dumps it in. Hoping for Ben Lown. He got to it first, but he was tied up there by Bevilacqua. Comes loose behind the net. Litviak backhands a pass to the point. Russell shot it wide intentionally, goes off the end boards, and it bounced its way on goal. Dryden McKay covers up and made the save. 6 minutes into period 3, 3-0 still the score. The Wildcats have not registered a shot in this period so far, but they maintain a comfortable 3-goal lead over the Corpus Christi IceRays. Julian Syme remaining perfect on the night. He's made a baker's dozen stops. Out to center. Andy McGlynn picks it up. He's defended by Russell. Syme is out aggressively, and he made an easy stick save. Breyer guides it in behind the net. Russell steers it around the corner boards. Good chip pass from Burnett to Adam Goodser through the neutral zone with Reisinger down the right wing side. Goodser looks, tried to feed it into the middle for Burnett. Broken up by Bevilacqua, slammed off the glass. Burnett, Rounds rather, goes around the end wall with it. Reisinger chips it to Goodser, sets up Burnett, whose backhand shot was blocked in front there by Bevilacqua. Back out of harm's way. McGlynn gains the red line and dumps it in, going for a line change. Toby Kircher's line is back out there for John Buchanan and the IceRays. Tucker Bender guides it in behind the Wildcats net. Rourke Russell back off the end boards. Austin Polio's got it down the left wing side. Shot into the Corpus Christi bench, and it looked like Paisan had a blowout there in the neutral zone. That did not look pretty. Paisan's all right as he's being helped up a bit. He looks to be skating under his own power. Seems to be fine. 13 minutes to go in period 3. We're still got a 3-0 lead here in favor of the Wildcats. Alexei Poikola's line is countered by Toby Kircher's line. Paisan, that's what happened, but Paisan won the draw regardless as Hines' pass missed its intended target there, and Poikola the result here against the Wildcats, and now Canepa chirping into Bolio's ear. He didn't like it. The linesman now separating the two of them. As was mentioned earlier, Cats fans, you may remember Adam Canepa is the one who got into that fight down in Corpus Christi with Austin Albrecht. It was the only fight of the season for the Cats up till this point in the season. Albrecht won it regularly cleanly. The Cats won just about everything else they could have in that game. Noah Gilraith picks up the puck and slams it off the far half boards. There's a collision there right in front of the Wildcats goal, and a couple of players getting into it now. Will there be a penalty here? It looks like. According to the body language of Stephen Rouillard, there may be something. It looks like Noah Gilraith collided there. Not sure which IceRay that is. Still trying to see his jersey. Looks like that's Brendan Miller. He and Gilraith now being sent to the penalty boxes. Looks like just incidental contact, but Stephen Rouillard saw otherwise. 12.5 to go here in period 3. The Cats still leading the Rays 3-0. Demantis Sipus gets it back into neutral ice. It's fired around the end boards. Julian Syme is back. Jeff Baum. Shot it off the glass and out to center. Jeff Baum is back defensively behind his own goal. Up the wing for Austin Albrecht, whose pass missed Johnny Lazarus, his fellow veteran winger. In the neutral zone, Brad Powers got it, banked it off the far sideboards. Worked fourth there by Carter Johnson, who was just brought down and out of the play as Baum, with his head up, finds Austin Albrecht in across the line, dropped it off. Nick Rosa turns. Lazarus, guides it back to the trailer. Sipus' shot is blocked. Kept in beautifully at the blue line there by Michael Rounds. Falls down there, far corner, gets back up, looks to center. Lazarus was handcuffed by the pass. Puck out, and they'll finally be able to here as right across the red line and dumped in behind the Wildcats net. Cross, good pass by McGlynn. A centering attempt, rolls on goal and is stopped by Julian Syme. That was a bit tricky, but not enough to fool Julian Syme, who has made his 14th save of the evening. He remains perfect. 11:19 to go here in period 3. The Wildcats still shutting out the IceRays 3-0 and out shooting them 18-14. have less than, a little bit more than half a period to muster a 3-goal comeback against one of the hottest teams in the NAHL without their leading scorer, Drake Lindsay, who's been ejected from the game for charging the Wildcats goaltender, Julian Syme. That it looks like he's back in the game. As Bender sends one towards the goal line. Looks like Drake Lindsay was only given a 10-minute misconduct, not a game misconduct, so I apologize for the confusion on that. If what I told you was misleading, Drake Lindsay is still in this game. It was a 10-minute unsportsmanlike conduct. So it was not a game misconduct or a game ejection. Lindsay still is in the game. But was unavailable to the IceRays for an extended period of time. Late stages of the second and early stages of the third. Across the Wichita Falls line, Toby Kircher tried to stick handle past Jeff Baum and lost a handle on the puck. Kavanaugh shoots it right back in. Hines gave it away to Bryant, comes loose behind the net. Poikla dropped it off. Jeff Baum looking. Backhands a pass ahead there for Austin Bolio down the left wing. Bolio attempting to dump it into the Corpus Christi zone. He does it on his second try. Behind the net now, it's Colton Meekoff for Corpus Christi. Wildcats completing a full line change. Meekoff to Lang. He signals for Kruger to come pick up the puck. Kruger skates around him instead. Meekoff looks. Takes a slap shot down the ice. Slaps one off Baum's tape instead. Rosa behind his own net, played it around the corner boards. Hines chips it back out to center. Austin Albrecht on a 2-on-3 with Johnny Lazarus. Lazarus backhands one wide of the net. Kept in there by a pinching Jeff Baum, who played it up and over the glass and out of play. Past the halfway point here of period 3, so it looks like we may be going to our third period media timeout here. 9:07 to go here in period 3. 3-0 the score in favor of the Wildcats. Chill have just tied the game against the Minnesota Magicians. Back, they were down 3-1. Back into the game. Goals were scored by Jackson Charlesworth and Caleb Schroer. So Alex Faulkner and the Chill have tied it late in period 3. And the Amarillo Bulls are still deadlocked at 2 in the Battle of the Cattle out in West Texas. Very impressive showing from the Amarillo goaltender, Jacob Weatherly, who has stopped 31 of the 33 shots fired his direction. By Keenan Sabatini and Michael Foreman of Amarillo, and Oscar Andren and Tomas Breika of Lone Star. Meanwhile, back at the KYC, we are underway here. The third period media timeout has come to an end. A centering attempt there from Lounda Van Wide just missed the outstretched stick of Garrett. Works its way back out to the neutral zone. Russell had it chipped right beyond his reach there by Miller. Played off the far side wall. Taken away there by Bevilacqua. Chipped into Wildcat ice. Rook Russell's got it. Swings it across there. Ben Y plays one rink wide beautifully on the tape for Ben Lown, who's got some time. Played it in front. Litviak just missed the net as he was hauled down. No penalty here upcoming against the IceRays. And as Litviak tripped, he took out the far post of the goal in behind Dryden McKay. So looks like the faceoff will resume here in the neutral zone. Back out there with 8.5 to go. In period 3, and the IceRays trailing the Cats 3-0. They've really got to do something to pick up the pace offensively and get something going here. Now they've got their leading scorer back in the lineup. So Burnett chips it off the boards and out to center. Tucker Bender's got it. Returns the D-to-D pass. Bevilacqua across the ice for Power, coughed it up to Russell, picked up by Reisinger. Backhands one in across the line and goes for it himself. Run into by Bevilacqua. He's still at his skates. Goodsir centers. Lounge shot it, but he missed. And here come the IceRays going back the other way. Liliev spins. Good move around Baum. Goes into the corner. Liliev centered one blindly. That's picked off by Ryan Burnett, who whacked it back out to the neutral zone. Sipus tried to sidestep around a couple of IceRays. No luck. And the Rays are counterattacking here. Wrist shot from a severe angle by Kircher was fanned on. The German center is back on it, however, but gave it away to the Finnish center, Alexi Poikala. Cross-ice pass for Austin Bolio. Bolio down the left wing side. Springs Andre Paisan with Bolio to the front of the net. Broken up by Batala. Another good defensive play made by Simone Batala. We've seen that a couple of times here tonight. Canepa banked it off the far half boards, and he was hoping for Stevie Bryant to catch up to it in time, but Syme did well to cut down the angle and break up the play. He's got 14 saves to his credit tonight, does Julian Syme. The Wildcats still without a shot in the third period, but they don't need them. What they need to do is keep shots away from Syme, and they have done that relatively well. The IceRays have only managed 3 shots in the third period, but this has been a very low-scoring game, or low-shooting game, I guess you could say. Shots on goal, just 18-14 favoring the Wildcats. We get an offside whistle. Less than 7 minutes to go here in period 3. Ice. Shielded off the puck by Andy McGlynn. Puck redirected by Lazarus into the offensive zone. Rosa forechecking there. Nathan Breyer flying through the neutral zone. His pass went off Albrecht's skate. Bevilacqua pokes it ahead there for Lindsay. Left side is taken out of the play by Noah Gilraith. Rosa up the far side wall. Lazarus bumps it further. Albrecht picks it up down the right wing side on his off wing. Tried to deke past the defender and lost a handle on the puck in doing so. So the goaltender Dryden McKay covers up, and we get another stoppage with 6 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in period 3 at the K. Yeager Coliseum. The Wildcats leading the Corpus Christi IceRays by a score of 3-0. The goals tonight being scored by Ryan Burnett, Nikita Litviak, and Austin Bolio in that order. Julian Syme remaining perfect on the night, stopping all 14 shots fired his way. Garrett Van Wyn now to take the offensive zone face-off against Mason Kruger. Looks like Kruger wins it. As Kavanaugh just runs into Russell there in the neutral zone. Russell gave him an extra little shove to the back. Kavanaugh chasing after it. Rounds got to it first. Behind his own goal. Pass for Rourke Russell. With his head up, finds Nikita Litviak. It eludes his stick and goes all the way down. Icing being nullified here by the linesman. Van Wy falls down. Litviak picks it up from his knees. Shot one on the backhand that was stopped. Dryden McKay had the pedal down all the way. Mason Kruger down the right wing. Takes it wide. Tries the wraparound. Broken up there by Michael Rounds. The other number 23 as Ben Lown ends up with it. And skates it back in front of his own net. Right wing side for Garrett Van Wy, who's got a little skating room. Puts on the brakes, defended by Simone Batala. Dropped off, Sipus is in, dropped it back off. Here's Van Wy, deep slot, takes a wrist shot, blocked in front there by Carter Johnson. Burnett tried to center. Reisinger couldn't pull the trigger. It wasn't in his wheelhouse, and Brad Power just clearing it back out to the neutral zone for Jeff Baum. 5 minutes to go in period 3. The Cats still with a 3-0 lead. Sipus fires it into the opposite corner. Bevilacqua wrapped it right back around the boards. Power coughed it up. Burnett had a blowout. Litviak picks it up, turns and shoots. Blocked in front. Rescued by Burnett. Guided back to Baum at the blue line. Keeps it in beautifully from his knees. As Burnett turns and spins one towards the net that missed. Reisinger, Sipus, Baum, Burnett near circle. Turns and fires one. Blocked by Bevilacqua. Burnett tried to advance it for Goodsir. Good step around to check, guides it on back. Dementis Cypus, side of the net play. Burnett was handcuffed by the pass by Carter Johnson. Here scooping it up, feeding it across. Dementis Cypus, side of the net for Baum, who fell down. Corralled there by Goodsir, who turned one on goal. Easy save is made in net by Dryden McKay. Paisan swings it behind. Reisinger shot one, fought off by McKay. Batalla picks up the rebound and tries to clear it off the boards. It hopped over the stick of Cypus, and finally the IceRays are able to get a much-needed line change here. The Wildcats are just keeping the pressure on late at the end of the game, already with a 3-0 lead, and it looks like the puck was played with a hand pass, so we get a stoppage. Neutral ice, I believe. Puck is dropped. Play continues. Toby Kircher tied up. Puck dumped towards the net. Syme is out of his goal to play it. Gilreath backhands one up the boards. Poikla feeds it across the ice. It just missed Van Wy in the neutral zone. Wildcat zone. Matt Hines chips it back up the boards. The Cats could have an odd man rush the other way. Brought down the far wing by Alexei Poikla. Puts on the brakes. Austin Beaulieu down the near wing. Takes a shot. Pad save McKay. Puck flops into the corner. Bevilacqua trying to clear beyond Lazarus's reach. Held in. Poikla flutters one just wide. Rounds, pinches in. Keeps the puck alive. Here in period 3, and the Cats leading 3-0. Austin Albrecht with a good steal. Takes it behind the IceRays net. Looks for somewhere to go. Just goes back to the point for Michael Rounds. The corner, hopped away from Rosa. Rosa goes to the net. Lazarus has it now. On his backhand, takes the shot. Blocked in front. Loose puck on the rebound. Picked up again by Lazarus. Still battling hard for that puck. Lazarus, far circle. Back to the near point. Rourke Russell. On the pass. On the second time, he was able to get it deep. Far corner, advancing it for Albrecht. Played it into the middle. Comes all the way through. Rosa, Russell. Fed it across. Albrecht, far circle. Turns and shoots. Blocked in front there by Trevor Huser. Guided towards the far corner once more. Rosa sets up Albrecht. Couldn't pull the trigger. Albrecht. Back to the deep slot. Russell just shoots it into the far corner again. Cats are really working that area over there, but finally the puck is turned over and the IceRays skated out of danger. Breyer had it knocked off his stick and back out to center. Far side. Had it jabbed free. 90 seconds remain in our game. And the Wildcats will improve to 4-0 on home ice. And improve to 3-0 on the season against the IceRays here in front of their home crowd. Across the line goes Regan Kavanaugh, who makes a power move to the net. Loose puck rolls free. Picked up there by Ryan Burnett. Ben Lown, rather. Puck kicked in, kept alive momentarily. Cypus over skating it. It's a chance for the IceRays. A backhand shot. Blocker save. Rebound. They score. And the shutout bid of Julian Syme has just been broken. The IceRays now trail by 2 goals with just over a minute to go. Not sure who it was who got the goal ultimately for the IceRays. I believe it was Regan Kavanaugh. Could have been Mason Kruger. IceRays have finally solved Julian Syme, and it took them 59 minutes of hockey to do so. Still with a 3-1 lead over the Corpus Christi IceRays. just pulled the goaltender. Dryden McKay now skating to the Corpus Christi bench. 6 attackers on the ice. Johnson shoots, save made, rebound, comes loose, back to the deep slot. Batala's drive, blocked in front, flutters into the far corner. Picked up by Liliev, skating with it behind the net now. Liliev had his stick tied up from behind there by Adam Goodsir. Loose puck picked up by Reisinger, tried to clear it out to center for Ryan Burnett. Instead it popped in the air. Powers shot, blocker save, Syme rolls into the corner boards. Burnett takes a whack at it. Reisinger in a foot race with Bevilacqua, who's going to beat him to it. Bevilacqua now the other way, shoots it off Powers' stick and into the Wildcat zone. Gilraith's got to hurry. Lindsay gets to it as well. Ties up Gilraith. Burnett rescues the puck. Liliev centered. Powers shot it, broke his stick. Loose puck rolls just wide of the goal, and the net has been knocked catawampus there. What chaos into the Wildcat zone over the course of the last minute or so. Looks like even if the IceRays manage to score here, their chances for a comeback look extremely slim. The faceoff will end up in the neutral zone. They've got 23 seconds to make up a 2-goal deficit, and their head coach, John Buchanan, has just called a timeout. Trying to conjure up some magic here in his team. Kavanaugh was credited with the lone IceRay goal scored tonight, so congratulations to him. He's got his second goal on the year and his second point. Shutout bid for Julian Syme. That would have been incredible for Syme, who's had only played in 3 games. Or 4 games, I should say, this being his 5th. If he could have managed a shutout here in this game. Nevertheless, he's played extremely well, stopping 15 of the 16 shots he has stopped. Which is why he will be given the Kona Ice first star of the game when this is all over. Austin Bolio now battling for it. He'll just eat up the rest of the clock as the Wildcats remain perfect on home ice. They improved to 4-0 at the KYC, and they improved to 3-0 against the Corpus Christi IceRays, who they will face off against tomorrow night at 7:05 p.m. right back here at the K. Yeager Coliseum. And we're going to have our 3-star selection as announced by the public address announcer Charles Campbell. 3 stars of the game presented by Kona Ice will take place in just a few short seconds. We'll be back right after that to break down and recap this game for you, as well as some other updates from around the league. Stay tuned. Stars of the game presented by Kona Ice have just been announced by the public address announcer Charles Campbell. Number 3 star of the game was Johnny Lazarus. Well deserved. He had a beautiful assist on that power play goal to keep the Wildcats man advantage among the top of the league, clicking at 24%. Just incredible numbers from the man advantage. Last year, of course, they led the league. The Wildcats power play unit. The second star of the game, was Ryan Burnett, who opened the scoring tonight. His second goal as a Wildcat and his second goal on the season was a beauty. It was a snipe from the slot after he was set up by Adam Goodsir. And he beat the goaltender Dryden McKay with a near side snipe. And got the ball rolling for the Wildcats en route to a 3-1 victory over the Corpus Christi IceRays. And of course, who else could be the first star but Julian Syme, who stopped 15 of the 16 shots thrown his direction. A very good showing by the netminder Julian Syme. Got just his 5th start of the season here tonight, competing with a red-hot Justin Kappelmaster for some ice time. And Julian Syme made a strong case for himself tonight with his performance, nearly getting a shutout, which would have been his first as a Wildcat. Fell just short on that rebound chance, which you can't really blame him for. It was a turnover in the defensive zone by the Wildcats, and the IceRays buried it. It was Regan Kavanaugh who ended up with the lone IceRays goal scored here tonight. Around the league, it looks like the Cooley Region Chill have done it. They have completed the comeback over the Minnesota Magicians. And it was another former Wichita Falls Wildcat who came up big for the Chill. Shane Kuzmeski got the game winner for Cooley Region. Congratulations to Shane. We wish him the best of luck, as well as Alex Falconer, who had an assist on the night for Cooley Region. So a couple of former Wildcats doing some damage Topeka Roadrunners and Springfield Junior Blues remain tied at 1 in overtime. And that will be it here as far as South Divisional matchups are concerned. And to all of our listeners on YouTube and our viewers on Fast Hockey, we really appreciate your support. We thank you for joining us here, tuning into Wildcats Hockey, presented by Armored Roofing on the Wildcats Broadcast Network. I'm Alex Von Coydel saying we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. Once more, the Wildcats 3, the IceRays 1. Thank you for tuning in. If you couldn't make it to the KYC in the midst of the rainstorms here this evening, on behalf of the Wichita Falls Wildcats, I'm Alex Von Coydel saying thank you once again, and we hope to see you tomorrow night.